Hey there friends, welcome back to another video. We are on Aloft. It is a game that is a survivalist sandbox game where you can commandeer an island and turn it into a floating oasis, basically. If you're doing regular gameplay, you can float around and cure the world of corruption, find lost knowledge, and just do all the things, build up all the things, restore all the things. But say you're feeling creative and you just want to maybe just build, maybe playing all the game stuff and finding all the things that you could find and doing all the combat isn't really for you. Well, this game offers a complete sandbox mode where you can build in. And I have recently started playing this game. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a bit of a transition for me, trying to figure out what all to do. But I decided to go ahead and play around in the sandbox mode with all the building stuff, and on the world that you spawn into, because this is the main world that you come to first, I just decided to play around and build a house. So let's go take a look. I like sandbox builders. I have a lot of fun, building things and doing stuff, and I just dove right in. Like, I was like, you know what, we're gonna build a house. Like, we're gonna do this. Now, I'm not an architect, so architecturally this house is probably not sound at all. But we're not gonna really concentrate on that too much, are we? We're gonna look at what we were able to achieve in sandbox mode. I put down some, these are actually for planting crops. But I thought those look like really great planter boxes. Why wouldn't we, use them that way? We've got a little seating area out here where you can enjoy a nice little trellis and sit down. And it's always windy here, so you can have a nice breeze. You'll never be hot. I love these curved staircases. It was great fun putting all this together. Usually whenever you're doing any kind of sandbox build, getting dimensions right and getting the numbers right can be really difficult, and I felt like it was very easy to achieve in this game. So you come in and immediately you're in the living room area. Now you'll notice some of the foliage is clipping into the house. That's fine. Rustic, right? We've got windows galore because I love windows in any build that I do. And while the game is in early access, so it's kind of limited on what you can decorate with, which, given my propensity and love for sandbox decorating games, this is, the limitations in terms of items is a bit of a drawback, especially if you come from like House Flipper or any game like that where you have a lot of stuff starting out. But yeah, I think this turned out really well with the limited amount of games that are limited amount of items that are in the game currently. And I mixed and matched the wood textures with the stone and the adobe clay. I really love this staircase with the ripply, what is that called? A handrail. There you go. Words are hard. So we got a second story, and again, there's some issues here where things don't match up perfectly, but by and large, I feel like it works out really good. So we've got this second story where you have a little bedroom in this little half turret sort of room that we have here, and there's curtains. Isn't that cute? I think as this game comes, more full circle and there's more updates and, obviously goes into full release, there will be more. I think there's going to be more options for things. But this is just to get us started. And these are all makers in the game. You've got your kite maker, you've got your loom, you've got a sewing table, you've got a thing to make thread, a pottery wheel, some distilleries. There's just several things, and I use those as like decorations. Like, this is my workshop area, right? I have to tell you, this is one of the best fireplaces I've seen in a game. Like, for real. Super pretty. And then I put in a skylight because of course I would, Never built anything in this game before. This was literally my first attempt, so, don't judge it too harshly. I struggled a little bit. I did not do a build video on this because it took me a little bit of doing to get it like this, and some trial and error on which pieces to use where, because it is a bunch of different pieces. This is what the building menu looks like. So this is all your wood options. And if you're playing the game in real time, you'll find these recipes out in the world. But Sandbox, they offer all of them to you at once. So then this are all the stone options. And this is the clay, all the clay, the adobe flooring and things like that. So a lot of really cool architectural elements. I like the style. There's a few, I have a few complaints. You know, there's some things to tweak and to do differently in the future, I think, as they, you know, really modify and update the game. Now on the sides, you know, architecturally, it's very flat. One of these days I'll get better at making things that aren't just a giant rectangle. And see, there's a few mistakes I've made here and there. The snapping grid that snaps to things, you know, it could use some improvement, I think, personally. I've been playing with a controller to do the building, but maybe mouse and keyboard would have been better. But I do think there's some stuff that, you know, I hope that they tweak as we go along that will make it a little easier when it comes to building. But yeah, this is just what I threw together one day, trial and error, and I had a lot of fun. It was very relaxing, believe it or not. It wasn't as frustrating as some sandbox modes can be when it comes to building, especially since I've had zero experience in building in the game. I've just been doing regular gameplay, so I'm pretty proud of how this turned out, all things considered. I figured, you know, I'd show it off, show all of you, let you see, you know, what you can achieve, and you don't have to play through the game first. You can select creative mode or sandbox mode when you log in, and you can just start right away with all the things if building is more suited to your personality. But if you want to play the game as well, I think there's a lot of really cool elements about this. The fact that you can take an island and commandeer it as your own and sail it around like a pirate ship, I think is really cool, and I'm excited to play more. So anyway, this is my very first ever build in Aloft. What do you think? Did I do okay? Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, maybe come on over and join some more fun and be a member of the channel. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, y'all be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next one.